Hey! Welcome back. You see, Learn Along is lunchtime. But anyhow, we got a lot of VMs powered on. Alright, so last video we left off doing the virtual channel plugin manager, which I thought was cool. Do some overhead, deploy some plugins, cool things. Alright, so I got an itch since I was already busy, or wasn't busy. I had some time during the holidays that I would set up a multi-site Citrix setup. So I got our site B stood up. It consists of server C and D. I got a VM endpoint server 2025B pointed to that site. Again, using group policy. So I got that policy configured, got everything organized. Yes. I could not get a license for our VPX. Apparently that link for the developer license no longer works. Worked a few months ago, but did some digging on the interwebs and saw that it was apparently discontinued in 2017. So I guess I got lucky. Anyhow, we got two sites set up. I could not do SSL offloading on our ADC3, which is our Site B NetScaler, because it's not licensed, but I do have it set up to where I was able to load balance storefront, and we'll try to leverage, not in this series or not in this video, but we'll try to leverage GSLB, and that will be the final piece of what we need to know in Citrix for management. Meat and potatoes. There we go. All right, so anyhow, we got two sites set up. We got two databases. We need to bring them together so that we can manage them easily and provide resources easily. All right, so we got our 111. It's kind of browsing around. So we got storefront A. That's our site A. And we got storefront B. Again, it is not using a certificate. We got a calculator app and a endpoint that is presented, both from the same server right here. And again, we'll refresh. And I tried to mirror them very closely. Only difference, you followed along, we set up a single site setup. Everything's the same. The only difference is HTTP. And we're not using a gateway. Everything else should be the same. All right. All right, so if we log into each storefront, we got two different resources. We got our original server 2025, our Win11 machine, which we're logged into as our connecting endpoint. All right, so we're sending users to two different stores to access different resources. All right, so for the management piece, if we log into Studio, again, there's going to be some nuances with this because it is a lot of work to get this going. And we have not set up GSLB yet. And I can't do certificates. But no worries. So we have Web Studio already installed, one site. We now, again, have it installed on our new site B. Let's bring those together so that we can manage in one single pane without going to two URLs. All right, so got everything pulled up. Oh, I got it pulled up on the server. Or do I? All right, so with our current setup, if you ignore it, we're going to set up our site A, and site B will be our primary. All right, so again, you log into Studio. We don't have a virtual server set up or anything like that, so again, hang in there with me. Well, I guess I should tell you how to get there, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Just log into Web Studio, go to Settings. Again, I'll post some links in the vlog. And there are some cool things to make this easy, auto login, all that good stuff. I won't cover that. All right, so we have our primary site. We're going to call this is our site B. And then we're going to add another site. And we're not going to add the delivery controllers. We're going to add the site A. We're going to add our virtual server, studio.euclearnalong.local. Works out pretty good. All right, so we added our site. Should refresh. Yeah, site B is our primary. If we go to our machine catalogs, we'll see our server B. B is in boy. And applications, we should see our calculator for adding up all the dollars we're going to make. All right, so let's go to site A. Yep, could make this a little bit easier. All right, we'll log in with our same domain admin credentials. All right, so now we got access to site A resources. All right, we got our app packages. We should have 2 machine catalogs, 111, yep, and our delivery groups. All right, so I'm kind of half-assing it with this setup because it is a lot of work. And when I powered up this environment, my box had a hard time handling it. But everything settled down, kind of just a high-level overview. All right, so now we can manage multiple sites. I think there's a limit on Web Studio, things like 20 or something from what I read. But now we can manage and toggle between the sites through a single pane. All right, so if we go to Director, oh, that's localhost. I don't want that. .euclearnalong.local. Again, we can make this easier. Not really worried about that. All right, we do not have director, load balance, or anything for our site B. But again, no worries. Half-assing it. Maybe if I get a license, reach out to Citrix to try to get another developer license for the VPX. I'll try to set this up the way it's supposed to. All right, so we got our site A. That's what it's configured to. Can't really do the same thing as Web Studio yet. All right, so what we need to do is we need to log into our servers. Might be able to script this. All right, and we're going to go into each one of our sites. Just add a simple setting for director. All right, so under application settings, if you just scroll down to the auto discover addresses, we're going to do A and I'm doing air quotes, a B. So again, I got alphabet soup going on. And I need to remove that comma. From what I read, we only need the one server now. I think there's some older articles on how to set this up that are no longer needed. But for our site B, we just need one server. So we'll just match up the closest to A. All right, so we'll do C. We'll hit OK. B. This is a lot of logging in. Can probably set to do remote site management. Well, it's too late. Do that in another video. All right. We'll do B and D. Come over. Site default director. Application settings. All right, what were we doing? Oops. We were doing C and A. Healthcare. Haha. All right, and D. Oh man. Things are getting not too complex, but they're getting there. All right, and we were doing B. All right, there we go. So let's go back. So we got Studio. We can let me log out. Oh, that's right. We did Studio on the. We got it set up on our site B. All right, what am I doing? Director. Got it. All right, let's log in. Do I need to reset the interwebs? I do not. All right, so when we log into Director, we can now choose between Site A and Site B. So now we have that as a single pane of glass. All right, so if we go to A, we should see servers A and B. Yep, our licensing that I have requested a CVAD license, and we should see Site B with C and D. Awesome. All right, so we got management covered for multi-site, but the big thing is resources. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? There we go. Let me log in. All right, so we got, again, two different databases with different resources. So we want to combine these as well. So let's go to site A. Well, we'll use the server. We don't need you anymore. Storefront. There we go. Citrix storefront. And we're going to allow resources to be accessed from site B to site A. I ran out of coffee. Excuse me. All right, so let's do that. Let's go to manage our delivery controllers for our store on site A. All right, so we already have, we'll call this site dash A. Get our naming schemes right. Add, we'll do site dash B. CVAD, add Citrix c.eclearnalong.local. We'll add D. All right, so we got our site B delivery controllers, C and D. Everything looks good. Oh, we'll get to that. It should work, even though our site B is not using SSL. Let's propagate changes. Pray this works. Uh-oh. I hear somebody. All right, so let's go. We did not configure it for store B. Keep it logged in. Let's refresh. Oh, okay, okay. Let me refresh. And look at that. So now our storefront store on site A, we can now access resources in site B. Will it work? I don't know. It seems to be working. I am pleased. Even with the things not being identical. Permit use. Calculator. Am I going to get a calculator? Maybe. Maybe not. Connection center. Oh, there it is. Slowly coming up. Again, this is a lot going on in this lab. And there's our calculator. From site B, from storefront, site A. 9 times 9. 81. Whew. All right, so let's take it a step further, and then we'll end it. And then the next video, I'll see if I can get GSLB working with our storefront servers. I don't think you can do a gateway without a license, but all right. So again, we're only doing this for site A. Site B, if we wanted to, we could do the same thing. We can go here, manage delivery controllers. Again, we'll call this site dash A. Nope, site dash B. Add site dash A. Citrix dash A dot EC local. Add, we'll do B. Okay. All right, so now site B, our storefront, our store, should be able to access resources in site A. Will it work? I don't know. Awesome. All right, so let's go to 111. Let's refresh. Oh, got to log back in. Okay, so this is not an issue. And can I launch? Well, this is offline. The only thing that's online is this. No worries. Let's get you online because we're going to publish an app. Move you over here. We'll go back. Go into Studio. Make sure you register. While that's happening, I'll be right back. All right. So it should be up or coming up. Oh, I got it set to auto log in. No worries, but it should be registered. Almost. All right, so now we're going to add an application, another one. Next, we'll add it from our server. We're going to add from start menu. And we're going to add the calculator. Well, just give it a minute. Still taking its time. It's getting further. Okay. Nope. Oh my goodness. Is it up yet? It's up. Should be registered. Just being lazy. There we go. Alright, go ahead and list out everything in the start menu. Calculator. That's all I want. Alright, so we're about to publish from site A a calculator. We already had that published in site B. So we got the same resources published at A and B. Let's verify permissions. Guess I could have looked down there, but no worries. Alright, we're good to go. Let's go back to our endpoint. Yeah, we do have everything set up. So let's log in. What is that? We got two calculators. How do we know which one's which? I guess we'll never know. Alright, we're going to be wrapping this up. Just need to get I should have not set those timers. I think I got it set to session timer set to 5 and then the log out to 2. Why did I do that? Alright, so now we got two calculators. We could have labeled them calculator site A, calculator site B. Or, again, because we're building up to a multi-site with some type of big failover. Alright. Where do I have this pulled up at? Alright, we'll do it on this one. Alright, so if we go to Manage Delivery Controllers, we got some site aggregation here. We'll configure it. We won't do any user mappings or any of that. But let's look at resources. Load balance resources and controllers published identical resources. Said OK. At least one user mapping. Well, I got it set to everybody. we go. All right, I think we're good. Propagate. We got it load balanced. I think we're good. And we'll test it out. Once you finish, we'll go back in. We'll go to Manage Delivery Controllers. We'll go to Edit. Use this setting to provide access to deployments based on users' membership. Okay, so everyone, site A and B. Yep. Resources. Got these aggregated. Load balance. Yep. I need to look into this one because maybe we just want them to connect to the one server or one site. But anyhow, if we go to our 111, refresh, will make me log in. Oh man, I'm only accessing. So I did something wrong. Let's go back to site A. Enumeration store flow. Resources controller. Okay. Storefront launches resources from one of the controllers chosen at random. Alright, so we're not doing B. Let's try again. Getting there, just drawing blanks. So this one should be unaffected. Yes. We go to site A. Alright, let's go back over here. Probably get hungry. Yeah, it's time to wrap it up. Nope. Let me try this one more time. format this, edit that. Storefront allows you to aggregate resources for multiple deployments. Select controllers that need to be aggregated. Load balance. Controllers publish identical resources. Load balance. Maybe that was it. Kind of thinking while I'm doing it. I think we're good. I think we just needed the identical box checked. Propagate changes. All we want is the one calculator. Let's refresh. Man, I am missing something very important. All right, I'm going to pause. I'm going to go eat. And I'll create a part B, or maybe I'll just post it in the vlog, what you need to do, because I'm drawing a blank. Or maybe I'm not comprehending this last piece. I'll try one more time. All right, we got our servers. User mapping. Configure user mapping. Performance optimized features large scale. Storefront installation. Have multiple controllers. Okay. Okay. Everyone that is during enumeration storefront controllers in place resources from controllers are aggregated. Storefront allows you to aggregate the resources. I'm trying to think if that server 2025 is an issue. B, no. All right, we'll do a part B. I'm going to go eat. Hope you learned something.